high school and college age waterfowlers. You know, we're eating ramen for dinner, right? We don't have the money to go buy $80,000 worth of leases. That's great because we're learning.
The outdoors, this right here, this is a teacher. If you decide to listen.
Got him.
We got to get out there and grind, right? We have time and we have energy.
There we go, boys.
And when I'm outside, when I'm looking through my windshield or my binoculars or chasing birds and sitting in a blind, I'm never more in the moment than right then.
You know, a lot of people have asked me over time, why do I love duck hunting more than I love the others? And for me, it's like the dance. You're calling to try and see if they'll come dance with you.
We're a bunch of determined individuals and we push for wetland conservation. It is our passion.
Well done.
Right. To see them cut, and dip, and weave.
Let's go.
It was like the epitome of puddle duck hunting.
To watch the birds work is the real objective of the hunt.
Ducks Unlimited Television is presented by Drake Waterfowl Systems, innovators in waterfowl hunting.
Hello again, and welcome to a special episode of Ducks Unlimited Television. I'm Betsy Newble. This week we join Campus Waterfowl host, videographer, and editor Derek Christians and Colorado State University chapter leaders for great puddle duck hunting in Colorado. The breathtaking scenery highlights must-see duck hunting action in the Centennial State. DU is a proud sponsor of Campus Waterfowl, an online waterfowl hunting showcase featuring hunts with college students around the country. Over the years, Campus Waterfowl has engaged with many young DU members and future leaders, and we are glad to support their efforts. All this and more next on DUTV.
This week, we're in the beautiful state of Colorado. Check out the mountains behind us. We're chasing ducks along the Front Range.
I was really excited for this opportunity because over these last 7 years, the story of collegiate waterfowl hunters, their stories have been kind of in the shadows. It's been untold. We get to meet Colin, Michael, and some of their buddies from Colorado State this weekend, and I think we'll have a pretty good weekend of hunting.
You know, we've been working pretty hard this week, get some good scouts in, and hopefully it all pays off.
So in prep for this weekend, I know Colin and Michael and really a lot of people were involved scouting for birds. Like it sounded like they were all across the state.
And so we put on a lot of miles. We had guys in the northeast corner of the state, the north corner of the state, and kind of this central Front Range, which is where I kind of hung out the most.
We're supposed to have a little 5 to 10 mile an hour wind out of the west early, and then later on change out of the south. We're sitting on the south side of this pond. We're gonna kind of run so the ducks in the beginning kind of have a cross shot, and hopefully as the day goes on, the sun comes up, ducks start to center up, and hopefully we get after it pretty good here. Looking forward to starting our duck season up right.
You know, from all that time spent hunting along the Front Range here, I kind of had a keynote pond that we hunted in high school a bunch. Went back to it, checked it out about 2 weeks ago, and it was exactly the way I remember it. Just loaded up with ducks, went and talked to the landowner and told him what was going on. Very thankful for that. It gave us the opportunity.
We were in our blinds, ready to go by sunrise, and it was, those ducks were pouring in even before shooting light.
Out front, out front, out front. Out front. Shoot them. This weekend we have a crew that is a pretty funny one. Good time in the blind. One of my very dearest friends, Michael Foster, who's ride or die.
Colin likes it.
We also have Alden Kramer. He's the goofy one.
Look how he's wearing his Tetras right now.
No, it's new style.
And he brings the life of the party all the time.
Oh, that's how they're supposed to fit?
Yeah.
There you go.
The other one, Mr. Ryland Morgan. I've been hunting with Ryland since I was in 7th grade. And obviously it's been a great pleasure to have Derek Christensen out from from Campus Waterfowl. I think he represents so well so many young people and allows us the opportunity to connect, represent ourselves, gives us a platform. So,
hunting with Colin and Michael this last weekend, I've learned a lot from them, and that's another benefit of going on these trips. I learn a lot from the students, and hearing how Colin is so involved with Ducks Unlimited and also with his business and Michael as well. They have so much going on, yet they have time, and they're very passionate about Ducks Unlimited and Ducks Unlimited's mission. Michael and Colin, I know they're gonna do so much. I'm really, truly looking forward to following their journey. They will make a difference, and I'm excited to see what they do.
Ducks Unlimited Television is presented by Drake Waterfowl Systems, innovators in waterfowl hunting. Mossy Oak Shadow Grass Habitat, the official camo of Ducks Unlimited. Browning Firearms, the best there is. Native Nurseries, hand-selected, hand-grown plants for wildlife. Higdon Outdoors, quality, customer service, innovation, that's Higdon. And Ducks Unlimited's 85th anniversary, celebrating 85 years as North America's leader in wetlands conservation.
a bunch of ducks been rolling in here this morning, which is a good sign. And I think as the morning goes on, when the sun comes up a little, the sun starts hitting our decoys, I think these birds start to finish like these ones right here.
Get after him. Get after him. Boys, 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 boys.
That was horrible. My bad, boys.
I think I'm going to catch a hard time without that one.
This first day was a great opportunity to get back out and knock the rust off a little bit. It was a good way to put it, and we were pretty rusty.
It was a little rough at the beginning, but you know, we quickly got dialed back in.
Cut them down. There we go, boys.
So one question I get asked a lot is, like, how did you come up with the idea to start Campus Waterfowl? And I always kind of laugh because I wasn't the guy who started Campus Waterfowl. It was Jason Cruz. He knew right away that he wasn't the guy that should run the page. So from the beginning, Campus Waterfowl has been managed by collegiate waterfowl hunters to tell the story of what it's actually like going to college and going out hunting on the weekends. So the reason why I wanted to start the collegiate waterfowl tour was to get boots on the ground to tell the stories of these collegiate waterfowl hunters as a crucial part in waterfowl hunting and in the outdoors.
DU University, DU Varsity, and the partnership between Campus Waterfowl and Ducks Unlimited are very important parts of the Ducks Unlimited program, because peer-to-peer connection is just so much easier, right? You want to hunt with people your own age. You know, you've been scouting with your dad all this time. First get your driver's license, you can finally go cruise around and check out some new spots and really start to learn and make mistakes on your own.
Good. Ultimately, when I got that freedom, that's when I felt, I mean, just absolutely in love with it and what it taught me. I think when you have a community, it ultimately holds you accountable for conservation, and Campus Waterfowl gives the next generation a great opportunity to be held accountable.
At the end of the day, I think that's really at the heart of the organization, is just about the people.
Yeah.
You know, there's good and bad people everywhere, but it seems like when you get around the right ones, you can flourish.
And when someone says, hey man, don't you love sitting here, looking at the sky, looking at the creation? Make sure it's around for a little longer.
It's so much easier to get people involved when it's one high school student to another high school student, or one college student to another college student.
As the page grew, we started to realize that we had a responsibility within the industry. We wanted to make sure that what Campus Waterfowl was doing on social media was something that these guys are growing up to be respected waterfowl hunters driven by conservation. At the foundation of everything that we do, if conservation is not at that core and foundation of what we're doing, then it wouldn't last. We continue to pass the torch generation to generation.
Recruitment, reactivation, retention. That's what the R3 movement is all about. This program was developed by the National Shooting Sports Foundation, and it's one that DU stands firmly behind. The future of shooting sports lies in recruiting new hunters and target shooters, reactivating those who've lapsed, and retaining current participants while encouraging greater shooting sports activity. Here at DU, we're active with youth through our more than 120 varsity and university chapters all over the country. These high school and college programs follow the R3 model and have proven to be the secret sauce in recruiting and retaining future wetlands conservation leaders. We're proud to support Campus Waterfowl in their engagement with our university chapters on hunts all over America. We're also proud of our DU Scholarship Program, offering 61 scholarships to high school seniors every year. In the coming years, DU is committed to youth education, teaching the next generation the benefits of wetlands and waterfowl conservation. Our staff and volunteers embrace this challenge and look forward to seeing the innovation and dedication the next wave of conservation leaders bring to the Ducks Unlimited mission. To find out how you can help DU restore wetlands throughout North America now and in the future, check out our website at ducks.org.
DU Insights is brought to you by Mossy Oak Properties. Find your favorite place at mossyoakproperties.com.
Ducks kind of finishing off to our left, kind of skirting us as they hit this front of this hole here. So we're gonna pull it open and see what happens. And they're looking for this moss, a bunch of bugs and stuff. Good food for them, hangs out in this. So the reason why you find them in these nasty early season stuff is a lot of bugs and invertebrates, high protein stuff that the ducks need for that fall migration. Tend to hang out in this stuff, and you'll see them sifting through it, a lot of the moss and stuff. So that's what I typically look for early season when I'm looking for ducks like this on the front range. We're gonna see if we can get them to finish right in front of us. This wind will hopefully just switch a little bit.
There's a good cotton top in this back group. There's cotton right there. Michael, it's gonna end up being you. Michael, get after that thing.
So what I find so interesting about hunting with collegiate waterfowlers and also sharing their stories is, for one, the amount of pressure that they're under during college.
Oh, Mossy with the devil, baby!
Yet they're still going out hunting.
I guess left side, strong side, I don't know.
But also the kind of rawness of the hunt. A lot of people hunt like that, and it can relate to how it was hunting in college.
It shows the true grit behind these high school and college age waterfowlers. You know, we're eating ramen for dinner, right? We don't have the money to go buy $80,000 worth of leases, and that's great because we're learning and we got to get out there and grind, right? We have time and we have energy. These kids work hard day in and day out just to get on some birds. I saw a story the other day of some guys walking 10 miles with some decoys to shoot some birds. And
one thing that I love about waterfowl hunting is just meeting the people. I'm able to connect and talk with these people, and I just love seeing their passion for whatever they're out there for. If it is the people like myself, or if it's for the science, the birds.
You only have 4 years, right? Or 5 years or 6 if you're having a lot of fun, I guess.
Yep.
But that's not a lot of time.
You go in as a kid and come out an adult in 4 years. That's quick. And you think about as you grow up and who you want to be, who I wanted to be, wanted to have Ducks Unlimited involved because that's helped me be who I am today. And as I go into my adult life and my adult chapter, I think it's going to be extremely important, and it is extremely important to keep it involved during college because you're constantly learning. Man, what an opportunity Campus Waterfowl has created for not only Ducks Unlimited, but the younger generation. I think it gives us a place to connect, share, enjoy, and learn from each other and each other's mistakes.
Hunting here in Colorado is completely different from Arkansas, completely different from Michigan. And one thing that I've realized hunting in different parts of the country is that people in different parts of the country do different things to get ducks. An example of this is, we were having some birds that were having a hard time decoying this first day. These guys from the south were talking about jerk strings. And I'd heard of a jerk string before, but that's not really something that we do on the Front Range in Colorado. And so they went and grabbed us a jerk string, and today we actually got to see that work firsthand. And I'll be honest, the jerk string is probably something that I'm gonna be using from here on out. I'm from a very small town, and I know getting to hunt all around and travel all around has really opened my eyes up to what's out there. And I feel like Campus Waterfowl creates that opportunity for students.
A really common shot in waterfowl hunting is that bird that comes up over the top of the blind. It's a good, if you can make it, it's a good shot because all the bird's vitals are exposed. You can kill a bird if you make a good shot, but the trick, of course, is learning how to shoot the incomer. And there's a few things that you can do. It's the only shot, I think, where you need to block the bird out. The easiest way to get on the line of that target is to start behind it, bring the gun through it, and as you cover up the beak, that's when you want to shoot. So the bird is actually, you can try to see it around the gun, but really the bird is hidden behind the barrel. If you can stand up, one way to move the gun through the bird is just give a little push out like that with your hip as you come up through it. It's a move stolen from English-driven pheasant shooters, but it works on ducks too. And finally, the higher the bird is, the slower you want to move the gun. And that's counterintuitive, but for a really high incoming bird, you want to move the gun half as fast as you think you should be swinging it. And you try those 3 tips, you'll hit more incoming targets.
Ducks Unlimited's Guns and Gear is brought to you by Tetra Hearing, built for hunters by hunters. Calls, wings, or triggers, hear the hunt like never before. DUTV is powered by Browning Ammunition, the best there is. Biologic, scientifically proven wildlife products. Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. Tetra Hearing, more than hearing protection, it's hearing perfection. Mossy Oak Properties, America's land specialist. Closed captioning for Ducks Unlimited Television is brought to you by Mossy Oak Bottomland, the official timber pattern of Ducks Unlimited.
We grew up on technology. I don't remember one time growing up I mean, briefly in elementary school, but I got a cell phone in 6th grade, and by the time I was in 8th grade, Snapchat existed. 7th grade, 8th grade. You think about the kids now, I mean, technology is changing the outdoor industry. It's become all about the end and not about the journey. I have to remind myself that at the end of the day, you have to do what you love with the people you love. Because that timepiece, when the clock stops ticking, you really gonna care about that picture that you took of all those dead ducks or that big deer or anything else? I think you're gonna remember who you were there with.
My thing is just like the dedication. Like some of these guys, are dedicated to hunting birds because that's what they love to do. Yeah. They don't love to kill them, they just like to chase them. They like the whole journey from start to finish.
Science behind it.
Yeah.
On the left, here comes that Drake.
I feel like it's very important, especially for people my age, to not go out and hunt, to get likes or to get an Instagram picture, get that hero pic. I feel like it's important for people to go out there and understand why they are doing what they're doing and why they are able to do what they're doing. It all comes back to community, right? But the reason that we are able to do what we love and enjoy the great outdoors is because of conservation.
And when I'm outside, when I'm looking through my windshield or my binoculars or whatever, chasing birds and sitting in the blind, I'm never more in the moment than right then.
You're not thinking about your job.
Away from technology, no internet.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't checked my phone once, and I think. Someone told me, he said, you come for the cause and you stay for the people. I think that's true in every walk of life. Like, yeah, we're here to shoot some ducks, and Ducks Unlimited, we're here for conservation, but the reason we hang around is, the reason I'm sitting here today and I will always continue to come back is because those guys at the end over there and this guy and this guy, you know what I mean? Like, why else do it?
Yeah. What I hope for people that have engaged with Campus Waterfowl is just to be a voice in their community, their local community, and at the core of it be driven by conservation and being able to have something to pass on to from when you were first in college. And so that's something that I truly hope that people can take away from being engaged with Campus Waterfowl. And I can't thank them enough for all the support.
Yeah. My boy.
The future of conservation, I think, is a never-ending battle. I think we need to be on our game every single day of the week, because right now, I mean, all of us can attest to it, we're living in a weird world. It is time, it is inevitable. We have to do it. The time is now to continue to conserve our legacy for the future.
The next generation of waterfowl hunters and wetlands conservation supporters can be found on high school and college campuses throughout the nation. DU works with both varsity and university programs every year building future conservation leaders. A huge thanks to Derek Christians for allowing DUTV cameras to tag along on these wonderful hunts. Check out Campus Waterfowl on YouTube for more great content every season. Thanks for watching, and please join us next time for more exciting action on DUTV.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show y'all a technique called the cattail combine. Why don't you follow me? So first of all, you got to get down, get a nice low center of gravity, and get your hands in here like this. And we're going to get down here, bend and pull, bend and pull. And we're just going to do this. And we're going to rack up some cattails here and make us disappear, all right? It's a hardy little pile. We're gonna deliver a little present.
Who taught you how to do that?
Me, dude, I just invented it. It's cattail combine.
Cattail combine.